Hi, welcome. We're going to begin our yoga session for today, and we're going to start in a comfortable seated shape on our mat. And I'm going to sit cross-legged, but you can always sit on your shins if you prefer that, or stretch your legs out in front of you, or any other shape that feels better for your body. And then let's take a moment, and you can either rest your hands onto your knees, palms can be up or down, whatever feels comfortable, or maybe rest the hands on the lap. And let's just take a moment and perhaps close your eyes. Let's take a really big, deep breath in through the nose. Filling your whole body with your breath. And then exhale out through the mouth, maybe making a little bit of a sound as you let go. Let's do that again. Inhaling big, full, deep breath. And then exhaling out through the mouth, making a little bit of a sound. One more time, big, deep inhale. And exhaling. And then just take a moment, and then you can resume to natural breathing, or if you need a few more deep breaths, take those. And perhaps shift your shoulders a little bit. And allow your spine to readjust. And just take a moment to let go of everything that you've done so far in your day today. And just invite yourself to be present here and now. As we just start to become more present, to start to bring the awareness to the senses. So maybe noticing how the temperature in the room feels right now. Maybe feel air on your skin. Maybe you notice some sounds around or in the distance. If you could just let those be there. Notice if there's any smells, if any tastes. And just notice if there's any other feelings or sensations going on in your body. And then take a moment to welcome yourself to this time and space. And then just take a moment to connect with an intention. So perhaps it's something that you've been working on for a little while that you want to reconnect with, or perhaps it's something that's just for today or just this moment or class. And just take a moment, let that pop into your mind. And just allow yourself to offer whatever that intention or practice is for you today to this movement practice we're going to move into in just a moment. So if it feels safe for you, you can bring your hands together at your heart center, maybe bring one hand on top of the other. And perhaps just bow your chin to your chest for a moment, in the back of the neck stretch out, but also imagine you're looking into your heart and saying thank you to you for taking this time out to practice today. And then just allow yourself to move in a way that feels good for you. So for any reason something doesn't feel good, just do something different and know that that's perfectly fine. You are taking care of yourself. Let's inhale. We're going to lift the head up and blink the eyes open if they're closed. And let's make our way into a tabletop position, coming onto the hands and knees. And as we get settled here, maybe kind of rocking a little bit from side to side might feel good. You can move your shoulders, your hips, maybe the knees are lifting off the ground. Just kind of moving the joints a little bit. And then we're going to find a steady space, and we're going to start to move through some cat-cow. So we'll inhale, lengthen, and look up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to the chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone up, belly down, lengthen and look up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to the chest. Beautiful. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale. And exhaling. Inhale, we're going to find a flat back, keeping your head as lined with your spine as best as you can. We're going to sink your hips back to child's shape. And then you're going to press to the tops of the feet and knees, and we'll inhale, lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Bringing the palms forward, let's bend the elbows out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach your arms out. Exhale, belly to the spine, sink your hips to your heels, back to child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. So we're going to do that a couple times to warm up the body. So let's exhale, you're going to sink your hips towards your heels. Press to the tops of the feet, knees, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side, squeeze the shoulders. Inhaling back up, and then exhale, back to child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Let's do that 3 more times. So we're going to just move a little bit more quickly or move at the own pace of your breath. So exhaling, child's pose. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Bending the elbows out to the side, squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, up. Exhale, belly to the spine, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhaling, hips to the heels. Press to the tops of the feet and knees. Inhale, lift the arms up. Now you don't have to lean back here, just feeling your chest open up. Maybe reach the heart to the sky, no crunching in the back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back to child's shape. Inhale, tabletop. Last time. Exhale. Press to the tops of the feet and knees. Inhaling up. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Beautiful. Inhaling back up. Exhale, back to child's shape. Now we're going to stay a little bit lifted in this child's shape from here. And you're going to take your right arm and you're going to reach your right arm underneath your left arm. So you feel stretch in your shoulder. And you can stay kind of looking down at the ground if that feels good. Or if you want to rotate a little bit more, maybe start to look underneath that left arm. So see what feels better for the shoulder. And you might even want to go back and forth a couple times because you'll feel different stretches in parts of the arm and perhaps even the back a little bit. Let's take just 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, we're going to slowly lift up, release that right arm. Notice the difference. And then we're going to sink back again and do that on the other side. So sinking your hips back and then bringing that left arm underneath the right arm. So you can get the palm down, palms up, that's fine too. And again, you can stay here, kind of looking down towards the ground, or maybe you want to rotate and look underneath that right arm. So perhaps you're going to move a couple times, just kind of feeling that sensation. Notice what that feels like for the shoulder, the arm, the back. Maybe you feel it more in your hips or your knees. That's fine too. Just notice where you feel it. Letting any tension go. Maybe holding for a couple more breaths. Welcoming the sensations you're feeling today. 2. And 1. Beautiful. We're going to inhale. We're going to slowly start to lift back to tabletop. From here, we're going to curl the toes under, finding a plank shape. And then you're going to lower down to the belly. Releasing the feet, let's gently take your elbows underneath your shoulders so you're on your forearms and bring your forearms parallel to one another. Let's spread your fingers really wide today and almost like you're going to grip onto the mat or the surface that your hands are on. We're going to roll the shoulders back and press the heart forward and then reach the crown of the head. As you do that, perhaps squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom 1 and 2 and let your belly button maybe lift off the ground. Doing this deep stretch into the body, lots of pieces active. Maybe press to the tops of the feet or the toes. 2 and 1. And then we're going to gently soften. Let your head come down. Let your body rest for a moment. We're going to do that 2 more times. So starting to really activate all these different parts of your body. So when you're ready, let's just begin by rolling the shoulders back. Arms are parallel to one another. You're going to press through the fingertips into the ground. You're going to pull energetically, kind of pull the fingertips back, roll the shoulders back a little bit more, feel the heart go forward, and then drawing the belly towards the spine, maybe pressing the pelvis down, squeezing like you have to hold to go to the bathroom, 1 and 2, and then perhaps engaging the legs as well. You can take your eyeballs to the ceiling. You don't have to crank your neck, maybe just kind of take the eyeballs up. Head is pretty neutral, 2 and 1, and then we're going to gently soften. Beautiful. Noticing all those places, so active, different muscles engaging, just letting them know it's okay to work. And then one more time, so pressing down to the fingertips, maybe press down to the fingertips and the toe tips at the same time and kind of grow this position for you. Roll the shoulders back, so feeling more movement and energy in the body. Squeezing like you have to hold to go to the bathroom, 1 and 2, pressing the pelvis down, maybe taking the eyeballs up. So noticing all the points in the body that are touching the ground and then finding more space. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to gently soften. Beautiful. Sliding the hands under the shoulders. We're going to inhale tabletop. Let's curl the toes under. We're going to sink your hips to your heels. You can stay right here, or if you choose, maybe start to lift the hips up for a downward facing dog, bringing the chin to the chest and shake your head and neck out. 3, 2, and 1. Let's start to walk your feet as many steps as you need towards the front of your mat. And we're going to take a standing forward fold. Letting your head be heavy. Maybe bring your chin to your chest. Try to look at your knees. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bend the knees, press to the feet, hands to the hips. Really use your legs. So kind of push the knees out a little bit. Inhale, rising up. Let's reach the arms up. And then exhale, hands to your heart center. You can keep your hands at your heart, or perhaps it feels better for you to reach your arms alongside your body. Just notice, what do you need from here? We're going to press down through the toes and the feet, noticing your breath, noticing what does it feel like to stand here? Does it feel pretty even? Are you more on your right side or your left side? Just observe what's happening in your experience. Perhaps check in with the temperature in your body. Do you remember how it was earlier? Did it change? So we started to move a little bit. So just noticing if there's any other sensations. And then we're just going to take a moment and shake everything up. Shake your legs, shake your hands, maybe shake your head and neck. Beautiful. And then we'll find a steady place. You can keep your feet close together or about hip distance apart. Listen to what feels better for your body. We're going to start to do some half sun salutations. So let's inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to turn your palms out. We'll bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fold forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, we're going to slide the hands on the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let's fold back in. Passing to the feet, we'll inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we're going to add on to this a little bit, kind of playing with our movement today. So let's inhale, reach the arms up, palms out wide. Let's gently bend the knees, hinge from the hips as you fold forward, chin to the chest. You're going to inhale, reach your head forward, arms out wide. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, press to the feet, stand all the way back up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, let's reach your arms up. Palms out wide. We're going to gently bend the knees, hinge from the hips, folding forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, let's reach the arms out wide. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now, perhaps you stay here. Maybe inhale, reach those arms forward. Press to the feet, stand all the way up. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Beautiful. Let's do one more time. We're going to add one more thing on if you choose. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, arms wide. Let's bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Bring the chin to the chest. Let the neck get heavy. Just noticing maybe more space in the body happening. Inhale, reach the arms wide. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, maybe reach those arms forward. Now this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale, lift up. Now you're gonna bring your arms back, bring your fingers to support your lower back, thumbs are forward, and we're gonna exhale, lean back a little bit. Lift the heart to the sky, squeeze the glutes. 2 and 1. We'll inhale, come back up, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Just pause for a moment, feel your feet on the ground. Take a deep breath and then exhale, let go. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. We're gonna do a little bit more movement now, so let's release the arms. Inhale, reach all the way up, maybe lean back a little bit. Exhale, we're gonna bend the knees, hinge from the hips, fold forward, chin to the chest. Inhale, we're gonna slide the hands on the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, let's bring your hands down. Now we're gonna step your right foot between your hands and we're gonna step your left foot back into a lunge. Holding here for a moment, roll the shoulders back. You can stay right here, or if you want, maybe dropping down to that back knee, looking up, and wherever you are, you can also reach your arms to the sky. Just noticing what feels good for your body. 2 and 1. We're gonna exhale, lower your hand down. We're gonna slowly step your feet back, downward dog, long spine. Inhale, let's come forward to plank. We're gonna lower all the way down to the belly and release the feet. Let's take your hands just a little bit further in front of your shoulders this time. We're gonna start here. We're gonna roll the shoulders back, pull the elbows. Now maybe you're gonna stay here kind of for a low cobra again. If you want, you can also straighten the arms, keep the legs down, lifting the heart up. So try not to crunch in that lower back at all. Keep pressing down through the pelvis, feel the spine lengthen and reach your heart towards the sky. 2 and 1. We're gonna exhale, lower back down. Beautiful. Now you can do that again if that felt good, or you can join me in finding an up dog or a different type of cobra. You're gonna slowly bring your thumbs maybe to the lower ribs or the upper waist. We'll squeeze the elbows and shoulders together and then inhale, lift the heart up, maybe coming onto the tops of the feet and toes. 2 and 1, and then we'll make our way to downward facing dog. So readjust yourself on your mat as you need to. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Maybe taking a slight bend in the knees from here today. Pushing the knees out just a little bit to feel the outer legs engage. Perhaps lift the tailbone up. Chin to the chest. Notice your breath. Gaze between the thumbs. We're going to step your right foot forward and left foot to meet it, folding forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. Beautiful. Pressing through the feet, we're going to stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's do this on the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, we're going to gently bend the knees, folding forward, hinging the hips. So bring your chin to your chest for a moment. Inhale, looking up halfway. Exhale, we're going to bring your hands down. We'll step your right leg back this time, ball the foot. Maybe roll the shoulders back. You can stay here. Or if you want, maybe drop down to that back knee. So notice what stretch feels better. Doesn't matter what you're doing. And then perhaps wherever you are, let's reach the arms to the sky. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. We're going to gently lower your hands down. We're going to come lift the back knee off the mat. We'll step back, downward dog. Just taking a moment, stretch your body here. If downward dog doesn't work, you know that you can always take child's pose or tabletop for stay in a plank. And then if you want to from here, we're going to come forward to plank and then lower down to the belly. Releasing the feet. Let's slide the hands towards those lower ribs or upper waist. Roll the shoulders back, lift that heart up. Beautiful. 2 and 1, and then maybe lift those hips high, downward dog. Again, if you're needing a little bit more time someplace, please take care of your body. What do you need today? Readjusting. So this time I'm gonna really stretch my upper arms. So pressing a lot in my hands and then seeing if I can squeeze my upper arm muscles together to find a deeper stretch. 2 and 1. We're gonna step the left foot forward and then right foot to meet it, folding forward. Breathing. 2 and 1. And then we're gonna gently press through the feet, stand all the way up. Hands to the heart. Bringing the arms alongside the body, shaking out. Notice how you're feeling. All right, so from here, we're gonna just do a quick little breathing exercise and movement, and then we'll do some more stretching. So let's step your feet out wide. And the recommendation is that you're gonna take your toes out a little bit. If that doesn't feel safe for you, you can always bring your feet parallel or toes in. So listen what feels good. We're gonna take your thumbs forward onto the hips or just above the hips and 4 fingers are back. Let your shoulders kind of be easy and you can let your knees be soft. Try not to lock them out too much. We're gonna roll the shoulders back. Inhale, feel your heart lift to the sky. And then as you're ready, we're gonna exhale. You're gonna hinge from your hips. You're gonna fold forward, bring your chin to your chest. Press to the toes and the feet, using the leg muscles, lifting up, inhale. Leaning back a little bit, feel the glutes engage. Exhaling, folding in. Inhale, lifting up. And back, beautiful. Again, exhale. And inhale. That 3 more times. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Last one. Exhale. And inhale. Beautiful. We're going to come find a neutral place. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together so you feel like they're under your hips. And let's just reach the arms alongside the body. Energize your fingers. Feel the shoulders roll back. And notice if you feel either energy or any pulsation or vibration, maybe heat or coolness moving through your body. Maybe a little bit of muscle sensations. Just notice. Keep breathing. Let's do 2 of these breaths so you can inhale to 6 and exhale 6. Inhale 6 and exhale 6. And notice the sensations again. Did they move? Do they shift? Do they feel more calm? Just observe. Beautiful. We're going to bring your hands to your heart and we'll step your feet back to the front of the mat. From here, I'm going to begin to mirror this movement for you. So just follow along. I'll do my best to remember the sides. So let's inhale. We're going to reach up. We're going to lean back, lift your heart up. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to bend the knees, hinge from your hips and fold forward. We'll step your left foot back. You're going to bring your left foot flat if that works for your body. We're going to come up to warrior A. Inhale, reaching the arms high. Beautiful. Now we're going to exhale, reach your head forward, sweep your arms back. We're going to take your left arm forward. And now you're going to reach it up and around and you're going to open up to warrior B. We're going to inhale, straighten the leg, reach the arms high. Exhale back to warrior B. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhaling. Now this time we're going to inhale, straighten the right leg, slide the right leg back a little bit, reach the right arm forward, right hand down, left arm to the sky. Now, if you're having any shoulder issues, please bring your hand onto your hip. What I want you to start to feel here is maybe a slight bend in that front right knee, just so you're not hyperextending at all, if that's something that your body does. We're going to squeeze the tailbone towards that back left heel. Now I want you to imagine that the crown of the head is going to lengthen the spine. So the tailbone and the crown of the head are reaching away from one another. Feeling your spine really lengthen. Just imagine, it's not going to really happen, but just imagine. Big sensation. Maybe feeling your heart start to rotate towards the ceiling. Feel your body lean back a little bit further. 3, 2, 1. We're going to bend the knee. You're going to come up, warrior B. Now we're going to inhale, straighten the legs again, feet parallel. Let's take a wide-legged forward fold. Feeling your head heavy. Maybe you're going to bend and straighten the legs a little bit. Feel good. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bend back into the knees. We're going to come back up. We're going to reach your arms wide. Now we're going to take your right toes forward one more time. We're going to bend into the knee. This time we're going to inhale, reach back. You're going to exhale, windmill your hands all the way down on either side of the foot. We're going to lift the left leg up. Now we're just going to play here. Do the best that you can. No expectations. Bend your left knee. You're going to try to reach your right hand for your left foot. Maybe that's happening. Maybe you're like, no way, that's not happening. She's crazy, and that's okay. So if you want to from here, what you're going to try to do is you're going to press through your right foot, and we're going to inhale, and we're going to lift up, and then maybe reach your left arm to the sky. Feeling your heart lift. So you're kind of taking a dancer position, but you're grabbing your opposite hand and foot instead of the same hand and foot. So just see, maybe stretch a little bit further, finding more space. 2, 1, and let it go. Release. Beautiful. Forget about it. All right. Let's inhale, reach your arms high. We're going to exhale, fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, we're going to bring your hands down. Let's step your feet back, downward dog. We're going to come forward to plank. We're going to drop down to the knees. Sink the hips to the heels, child shape. Just pause for a moment. Feel free to stay right here. We are going to do the other side in just a moment. If your body wants, you can also take what we call the Vinyasa. So finding plank, maybe take chaturanga, and you can either go back to child's pose or downward facing dog. So just listen, what does your body need you to do? Keep breathing. That's what it needs you to do. Inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Fantastic. Let's walk your feet to meet your hands. We do the other side. Folding forward to begin. Press to the feet. We'll stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms high. Exhale, you'll slowly fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands down. Stepping your right leg back, we're going to come to warrior A, or if you're on the ball of the foot, that's fine. Just slight bend in that front left knee. Inhale, lift the arms high. Now we're going to reach your head forward, sweep your arms back. Inhale, right arm forward, lifting all the way up and around. We'll find warrior B. Beautiful. Now we're going to inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms high. Exhale back to warrior B. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhaling. Now we're going to straighten the left leg, maybe slide the foot back a little bit, reaching forward, left hand down, right arm to the sky. And again, if there's anything going on in your shoulder, hand on the hip. Now, as we start to find more space in your body, feeling perhaps a slight bend in the left knee, especially if you tend to hyperextend and feel the muscles engage. Feeling your right hip on top of your left hip. Feeling your tailbone reach towards your back right heel. Feeling the crown of your head help lengthen your spine. Maybe feeling the chest or the rib cage rotate, and then feel your body lean back a little bit further. Just keep breathing. 3, find the steadiness within you. Find the commitment to yourself within you. 2 and 1. We're going to bend into the knee. We're going to come up, warrior B. We're going to straighten the legs, feet parallel. Let's bring your hands behind your back this time. You're going to roll the shoulders back. So it doesn't matter which thumb's on top today. Feel that body lift up. Maybe reach your hands from your hips. And then we're going to exhale and fold forward. Taking a moment. 3. Feel the stretch. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice the difference between the right and left side. Maybe notice the temperature in the room again. 2 and 1. We're going to bend into the knees, press to the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up, arms wide. Beautiful. We're going to take your left foot forward. We're going to come back to warrior B. We're going to inhale, lean back, and then exhale. You're going to windmill your hands out on either side of that left foot, and then lift your right leg up. We're going to take your left hand and grab your right foot. Perhaps, maybe you're just kind of hanging out here, and that's fine. If you want to try, what we're going to do is, again, press to that left leg, draw the belly to the spine, and maybe coming up to standing. So you're doing like a dancer pose with grabbing the opposite foot, perhaps kicking that leg back a little bit. Feel the stretch in the shoulder. Maybe reach your right arm high. Keep breathing, feeling space in the body. 3, 2, 1. We're going to release and let that go. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Let's take your feet about mats width apart, turning the toes out. Your heels might lift as we do this. We're going to come down to a low squat. So lowering your hips down as low as you can. It's comfortable. And then maybe walk the hands a little bit further forward so you can feel a stretch in your back. Bring your chin to your chest. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to gently lower your hips down, and let's bring your knees together and grab around your knees and give yourself a little hug. Ah, beautiful work. So what we're going to do from here, we're going to do one more little bit of a core or ab work or back bending work on our belly. And then we're going to come back up to a seat. So from here, let's bring your hands down and we'll extend your legs back as you come onto your belly. And then just take a moment, let's stack the hands. We're going to turn your head to the right or left, whatever feels good, just for a few moments, and then we'll turn to the other side if it feels okay. So just pause here. Maybe feel your belly on the ground. Just notice what's happening. Beautiful. So we're going to turn your head the other way. Just keep breathing. And then we're going to gently come back to neutral. So from here, you can rest your forehead on the back of the hand as we do this next little group of exercises. You can also rest your chin down, or if you want to stay lifted a little bit, by all means, listen to what feels better for your body. I'm going to keep my chin on the back of my hands. So what we're going to do to begin here is you're going to bend your right leg and flex your right foot. We're going to start by squeezing like you have to hold to go to the bathroom, 1 and 2, and you're going to press the pelvis and the thigh down. You're going to feel your right glute start to engage, and then really press that left leg down into the ground as well. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to gently release that hold and just soften for a moment. What we're working with here is called the psoas muscle, and you're going to feel it in a little bit when we finish this group of exercises, that you're going to have hopefully some length in your body. And so we're engaging some muscles to help relax. So from here, let's squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom. 1 and 2, press the pelvis down, the quad down, flexing through that foot, feeling that left thigh press down. So feel that lots of engagement happening here. Everything's pressing into the ground. 2 and 1, we're going to gently soften that hold. So we'll do that one more time, keeping the leg bent the whole time.
When you're ready, we're gonna squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom. 1 and 2, press the pelvis down, the thigh down. 2 and 1. Now see if you can keep everything pressed down, but you're gonna keep your hips down and lift your right knee away from the ground just a little bit. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna slowly lower the knee down. We're gonna do that again. So from here, you're gonna press everything down, engage the pelvis, press the pelvis down, lifting that knee up away from the ground. 3, 2, 1, and slowly soften. One more time. Squeeze, 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 feel everything engaged. Not a whole lot of a lift of the knee, but I'm gonna keep both hips on the ground. 3, 2, 1, and then slowly release. You're gonna stretch that right leg out, and you might notice that your right leg feels a lot longer than your left here. Notice the breath. And let's do the other side. So when you're ready, bending the left leg, flex the foot. Now you kind of know what's gonna happen. We're gonna keep that leg bent for a little bit. But we're gonna start here and you're gonna squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom. 1 and 2, press the pelvis down, the thigh down, the knee down, feeling that the glutes engage, really feeling that left glute engage a lot. Press down through the right leg, 2 and 1, and we're gonna slowly soften. Fantastic. Once again, we're gonna squeeze, 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 pressing the thigh down, the knees down, both legs down, feeling the glutes engage 2 and 1. It's really subtle, this movement, but lots of releasing. And then one last time, we're gonna squeeze, 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 pressing everything down. 3, 2, and 1. Now you're gonna slowly inhale, lift that left knee away from the ground. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lower that left knee down, just soften everything. Beautiful. Once again, you're gonna squeeze, 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 squeeze. Feel that knee lift up. 2 and 1. We're gonna gently release and soften. And one more time. Press, 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 press. Squeeze, engage. Feel that knee lift up. 3, 2, 1, and release and soften, releasing that whole leg. From here, let's slide your hands back. We're gonna lift the chest up a little bit. If you wanna lift for deeper back bend, please feel free. 2 and 1, and then we're gonna slowly come back down. We're gonna bend both legs, flex both feet, squeeze like you have to hold to go to the bathroom. 1 and 2, maybe lift the knees up and maybe the arms up as well. 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done with that. Beautiful. Let's stretch your hips back to either downward dog or child's pose. So listen what's going to feel better for your body. Big stretch wherever you are. 3, 2, 1. We're going to inhale. You're going to come up and you are going to come to a seated shape. Let's move the fleshy part away from your sitting bones. Maybe taking a slight bend in the knees, not as deep as that first time. We'll lift the arms up and then exhale, folding forward. So we're gonna slow this down a lot from here. So maybe holding some of the shapes a little bit longer. And just keep breathing. Feeling your body softening. 3, 2, 1. We're going to come all the way back up. Let's take your right foot. You're going to turn your right foot forward. If you can grab onto either side of the foot, great. And then maybe you're just going to press that knee back a little bit and then maybe bringing that forward. So we're going to do that a couple of times. See if you can work into the hip and glute a little bit. 2 and 1. We're going to bring your right foot inside of your left thigh, coming onto the front of the sitting bones. Feel your heart lift up. Feel the shoulders roll back. You can stay right here if you choose, maybe walking your hands forward to fold over a straightish left leg. If it's better for you to bend the knee, please bend the knee. Maybe bring your nose toward your knee, just letting yourself soften. And again, we're going to be here for a few moments, so let yourself keep moving as you're here. Maybe feel your jaw release a little bit. If something doesn't feel good, perhaps wiggle into your hips, let your legs wiggle. You can wiggle your toes. So don't feel any places that are stuck.
See if you can start to let that energy flow through you. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to inhale. You're going to come up, and then let's fold between the bent leg and the straight leg. And if you're still hanging out in that last shape a little bit longer, please take care of your body. And then as you're here, see if you can ground down through both sitting bones. Notice how this might feel a little different. 3, 2 more long, slow, deep breaths. We count for 6. And then as you feel ready, we're going to walk the hands back up. We're going to lift your right leg up, and you're going to turn your right toes out a little bit. So we're just going to try this. Play as best as you can. You're going to take your left hand onto your right shin. We're going to reach your right arm high, the bent leg arm high. You're going to bring that hand behind your head. We're going to flex to that left leg or the straight leg, and then you're going to lean in, but support your head and neck, really squeezing that elbow towards the head. And just keep letting your body fold in, just letting yourself keep holding on. So press through that right leg a lot as you're moving in here. Just keep feeling that space in your body. Big, big stretch. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to come up. Now, you do not have to do this, but if you want to try, you're going to bring your right hand outside of your hip. Let's bend into the left leg as well. And then maybe lift the hips up, reach that left arm to the sky, and then exhale, we're going to come bring your hips back down. Beautiful. Let's try the other side. So I'm just going to turn so you can see me. We're going to stretch your right leg out. We'll grab hold of your left foot, and then just starting to kind of open up that hip to begin here. Beautiful. I know I said we were slowing it down. We held the poses a little bit longer, except for that last one. 2 and 1. We're going to gently bring that foot towards the inner thigh, adjusting your body as you need to. We'll inhale, lift your heart up. And then as you're ready, slowly folding forward. And maybe as we're here, you can play with the 6 count breath. So inhaling for 6 and exhaling for a count of 6. And just, it doesn't matter what the pace is, do your own pace. Try not to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but try to do a nice pace. And just see if you can slow down. And as you hold and slow down here, feeling a deeper stretch, more space coming into the body. Five, 4, 3, 'Last 2 breaths here. Inhaling and exhale. Now feel free again to continue to stay here. Or if you choose, we're gonna walk your hands between your bent leg and your straight leg. Just folding, just pausing. Beautiful. 2, and 1. And we're going to slowly walk the hands back up. And now, if you choose, we're going to lift that left knee up. You're going to turn your left toes out a little bit. We're going to take your right hand and grab hold of that left leg. We're going to reach your left arm high, maybe bringing the hand behind the head just to kind of support the head and neck. You're going to really hold on to that left leg, anchor that left foot as you lean towards your right leg. So big stretch in that rib cage. Just keep breathing, noticing all the sensations. And you might notice that it's way easier on one side than the other side. You might notice that one side kind of wants to round in a little bit. See if you can keep rolling back. So perhaps you remember doing this on the other side. Perhaps you don't. It doesn't really matter. Just kind of feel and see if you can find more space. Often this is a really, really big stretch. 2 and 1. We're going to inhale and slowly come back up. We're going to stretch both of the legs out in front of you. One more time, we'll reach the arms high, and then let's exhale and fold forward. Beautiful. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to inhale. You're going to come up. We're going to bend into the knees and kind of sink your hips forward. We're going to start by grabbing hold behind the knees. Let's lift the legs up as much as you can. Now, as long as you don't have any major back problems, and make sure you also don't have anything behind you, we are going to do our best, and you're going to slowly roll back and then maybe bring your feet over your head. It's a big stretch for your back. 3, 2, and 1. Now you can stay here a little bit longer. You can always make your way into a shoulder stand from here. I am going to give us an opportunity to shoulder stand again in just a moment. But if you want to follow with me, we're going to gently lower your hips down. You're going to bend your knees, bring your feet on the ground, arms alongside the body. We're going to take 3 quick rolling bridges today. And then if you decide to hold a bridge or a back bend a little bit longer, by all means, let that be part of your practice. And if you want to do something else, that's fine as well. So as you're ready, we're going to slowly press through the feet. Feel your tailbone tuck towards your knees. Feel the leg muscles engaged. Try to find some different engagement today. We're going to inhale, lift the hips up. Let's reach the arms overhead. Really stretch your hands away from the body. And then exhale, you're going to lower back down. Hips and hands at the same time if you can. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhaling. So just noticing all the things moving in the body. Again, pressing through the feet. So feel all of the stuff, the places on the ground, really reach up. You can stay here. Maybe you're going to stay lifted and bring your arms alongside your body. Interlace your hands. You can bring your hands under your shoulders and take a deeper back bend. And then perhaps you want to do a shoulder stand. And so you can always come down, and maybe you're doing a little combo of all of this, and that's great. Perhaps, and you can stay wherever you are, but maybe you're coming back to that plow pose and reaching the feet overhead for 10 breaths at least if you can. Just feeling different parts of the body move and shift and change and release and let go. Working with different parts of the body to create more energy flow. It's usually why we feel so good after a movement practice. So whatever you're doing, 5 more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to slowly come down wherever you are. If you did do a shoulder stand or had your legs up for a moment, let's prop up onto your elbows and forearms. Legs can be bent, they can be straight, keep together, knees apart, and let your head and neck just fall back for a moment, feeling the heart open up and your throat open up. And you might want to take an inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, stick out your tongue. Inhale. We do it because it feels good. It opens up our throat, clears out the lungs. Help us speak our truth. Beautiful. We're going to slowly come down onto your back. We're going to take a final twist here. So as you're ready, let's bend into your right knee, into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze from here. And then we're going to take your right knee over to the left. Reach your right arm out to the side if you have space. I'm going to bend my left leg a little bit today too, because I feel like that's going to feel better for my back. But what does your body need you to do? Maybe you're doing something a little bit different. That's perfect. But see if you can keep your right shoulder on the ground, maybe even turning your head to the right. You can bring your eyeballs to the left, adding a little extra twist. Letting go, releasing. Beautiful. And then we're going to slowly, slowly start to release and unwind. Maybe bringing that right leg out. We'll squeeze the left knee in this time. Just holding here for a moment. And then as you are ready, we're going to gently bring that left knee over to the right. And again, maybe I'm going to bend my right leg a little bit because that's going to feel better for my body. But what does your body need? And maybe you're going to stretch your left shoulder. You want to make sure the left shoulder is on the ground, but you might need to do something different with the arm. Perhaps turning your head to the left and bring your eyeballs to the right, adding that extra little twist in here. Just letting go, breathing, shifting. So not only, are we shifting the perspective kind of on the inside of our body so we can start to feel and see things differently. Again, another reason why we feel better after we practice. Moving. 2 and 1. We're going to gently release and unwind. Squeeze both knees in. And sometimes you don't feel better after practice because you move something around and you're like, uh-oh, that's not ready to come out, and it comes out kind of funky. So, just whatever it is, let yourself be with it. And then whenever you're ready, maybe give your knees a little squeeze towards the chest. If there's anything else that your body needs to do, please starting to let your body find whatever that is. And if you are ready for Shavasana, just letting your feet fall out to the side, maybe hands move away from the body, feeling your shoulders readjust. Perhaps you need to readjust your hips or glutes. Let your lower jaw release away from your upper jaw. Feel your head and neck shift. And let's take a really big, deep breath in. And exhale, letting everything go. Big, deep inhale in. And exhale, letting go. One more deep breath. And softening. And then just giving yourself permission in this moment that everything is okay. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. Just be here and breathe. And then take a moment to connect with the senses once again. So perhaps just first noticing the temperature in your body or in the room. Maybe you notice the clothes or the air on your skin. Notice if there's any sounds. Again, allowing them to be there. Notice any tastes, smells, any other sensations you might be experiencing. And then take a moment and connect with your heartfelt desire. What is that message in your heart? And then allowing yourself to connect with your intention once again. And notice how can that intention perhaps support your heartfelt desire. And then take a moment to connect with an inner space within you that helps you feel secure and at ease. So perhaps that's a connection with a person or a pet or a prior experience, a place in nature. Just let yourself connect with that space where you feel secure and at ease. And allow whatever the image is to let go, but just keep that feeling within you. Just taking a few moments to be in this space. Space within you that notices that place of being secure and at ease. And then taking a moment to be with your body and notice if there's any messages that your body has for you today. And if there's anything within you that doesn't feel supported, can you maybe allow yourself to hear the opposite of what you're receiving? And if it's something that feels nourishing or nurturing, please let it remain there. And then take a moment to connect with this deep sense of gratitude or compassion. And just for your body and your breath and whatever you're going through right now. And just have gratitude for all of the little things that contribute to it, even if they're challenging. You know, there's wisdom in it. Sometimes even the frustration, we have to laugh and find the humor. What is this message right now? And then start to notice perhaps your fingertips and toe tips and see if you can notice a sense of energy flowing through the body. Maybe you're imagining it's the breath. Maybe you're imagining like the tingling or vibration, or just smooth, easy sensation. Just notice what's there. And whenever you feel ready to begin to add some movement in, maybe starting to wiggle your fingers a little bit more on your toes. You can rotate your wrists and ankles or turn your head a bit from side to side. Just starting to slowly, slowly allow your body to begin to reawaken. And if you choose, you can roll over to your right or left side, maybe coming up to a seat. And we'll bring our hands to our heart center. And if you're just still laying down and resting, please let that be just fine. And I just want to thank all of you so much for allowing me to guide your practice today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And until we meet again, the light within me connects with that light within you. Namaste.